My father got the idea for AMSOIL from flying Air Force jets. During his career, he learned that jet engines used only synthetic oils. They have to endure extreme heat, they have to endure extreme cold, and so he took that idea and said, why can't we apply that to automobiles? I'm Alan Amatuzio, the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer here at AMSOIL.
Hi, I'm Dean Alexander. I'm the Executive Vice President and CFO. I've been with this company for 34 years now. A lot of people say, why is AMSOIL located in Superior, Wisconsin? Well, we're here because the owner lived here and he started the business here, and we're committed to this area. We're committed to all of our local vendors. We buy local first. That's our main objective, buy local whenever we can, and that's what we do.
So purchasing is going to provide the best quality raw materials. Scott Davis, I'm the Vice President of Operations for AMSOIL Incorporated. They're going to arrive either by train car, truckload, or by a van trailer for raw materials to be delivered to our location. Those are tested by the laboratory and verified to meet our high quality standards.
We're more than just making oil. It is raw material research where we have sophisticated analytical equipment for looking at chemicals at the molecular level in order to assemble them to do what we want them to do to make them higher performance.
Once we've validated that the raw materials are meeting those standards, we put them into our accepted storage and inventory, and then we start the blending process. So the technology used by AMSOIL is simultaneous metered blending system, and it is as the name describes. We're simultaneously metering in the base oils and the additives that give the performance of the AMSOIL product that edge. They're metered into one line. Through there, they're metered to a high degree of accuracy. They're adjusted for temperature, they're adjusted for the densities, and they're put through the system and then pumped over to that finished goods storage tank. Upon the completion of the recirculation, we have a finished product ready to be tested by the lab.
Well, AMSOIL synthetic lubricants are different from petroleum-based lubricants in a number of different ways. I'm Dan Peterson. I'm the Vice President of Technical Development at AMSOIL. When those contaminants get in the system, they actually create reactions that we don't want that lead to degradation of the lubricant. Synthetic base oils contain very little contaminants.
Synthetics are built where conventionals are refined. My name is Len Groom. I'm the Technical Product Manager for Power Sports. That means you're taking out imperfections as best you can, and conventional will still leave some in there. Whereas a synthetic, we can build it as clean or we can build it as pure as we want it to right in the lab.
Synthetic lubricants are designed to resist oxidation. Petroleum-based lubricants come from the ground and they're lightly refined. They have a number of sites on the base oil backbone that are susceptible to attachment of oxygen, which then leads to sludge development. Synthetic lubricants are designed such that they have very little room for attachment onto the backbone molecule, and as such they last a lot longer.
From the chemical laboratory, we have a fully equipped mechanical laboratory where we can take what we believe to be accurate in the chemical side of it and put it to test in the mechanical side of it.
We are stressing lubricants to the max in this lab. Because we're starting off with the AMSOIL synthetic formulation that works really, really well, when you try to improve that formulation, you really have to have tests in place that stress the lubricant to the extreme. Our motor oils run through a test called a 3G test. This 3G test is a certified test that the industry uses to test motor oils. During this test, we run at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a lot higher than your normal running temperature of your engine, which is about 195. All of our oils come down and they go through this 100-hour test, and it simulates about 50,000 miles in the field if you make it through this test. We recently just passed a double-length 3G test, and it was the first time basically ever that a manufacturer has passed a double-length 3G.
Ever since the very beginning, we did a lot of comparative sales, and we were always the best, and our goal is to continue to make only the best oils that outperform everything else in the marketplace. That's our goal, and we're always striving for that.
Once the blend has been established and put into what we'll call the finished goods storage tank in large bulk, we now break it into the package sizes that we're going to need to deliver.
People aren't familiar with synthetic oil and the benefits of synthetic motor oil. Erica Danielski, Director of Integrated Marketing. In truth, the oil is so much better at protecting your engine that a lot of manufacturers are now requiring synthetic motor oil use.
A lot of people we've found, once you use AMSOIL, you don't change. Once a user, always an AMSOIL user. These individuals really quickly see the benefit, and I'm amazed every day by the testimonies that I get from customers.
High performance products aren't just for high performance vehicles. For example, the grocery getter, driving to and from the grocery store and back, short trips is more severe on your motor oil than traveling high speed down the highway. When a car goes short trips, it accumulates moisture, the oil never gets up to temperature, it accumulates fuel, has all kinds of challenges with it. That is the most severe environment. It's not the high speed, high energy, high horsepower. That's not what's beating up the oil. So with respect to having good quality products in your car, for the consumer who's not driving a high performance vehicle, they can benefit too. In fact, they probably benefit the most.
Yes, we use AMSOIL as a family in both of our vehicles, in our four-wheeler, in our boat, in our snowblower, all those types of things, absolutely. Obviously, as an employee of AMSOIL, I have the benefit of having seen all the technical studies, so I know how good it is and the difference it makes in an engine. But from the consumer standpoint, we also saw the benefits. Our car ran more smoothly, better fuel economy, and as a busy family, it's a lot easier to change your oil once and not have to worry about it in a given year.
Let's say you're a user in your passenger car. The benefits there would be extended drain intervals, exceptional cleanliness, different things that we know about that particular market. We build that into the product. It's all going to be a high quality synthetic no matter what, but let's say it's a power sports application. We know that that thing runs hot when you get it in the mud, so we've done this particular thing to the oil.
Actually, using synthetic motor oil is less expensive than using conventional oil. When you only have to change it once a year, in comparison to 3 or 4 times a year with conventional oil, you save quite a bit. Beyond the Signature Series line of motor oil, AMSOIL also makes the XL motor oil, and that goes 10,000 miles or 6 months. We also make an OE line of motor oil, and that you change when your owner's manual recommends. Under normal driving conditions, AMSOIL guarantees our Signature Series motor oil for 25,000 miles or 1 year.
The bread and butter is that quart bottle. We may be doing it in gallons, we may be doing it in 275-gallon totes, or even a truckload volume. But it's prepared for, tested, validated before it's put in that package, and the quality is met in the finished good and delivered to the customer in that fashion.